Most people think that you need to be super wealthy to escape the rat race, but they're absolutely wrong. And here's the thing, guys, most people will be stuck in their 9 to 5 job forever with absolutely no way out. And by the time they reach that retirement age of 65 or 70, their whole life is behind them. The truth is, guys, if you want to be financially free and control your future, control your time, all you need is cash flow. Nothing more, nothing less. Cash flow will set you free. And today I'm going to reveal 3 strategies from good to best on how you can retire early, quit the rat race, quit your 9 to 5, and enjoy your life. Take control of your time. If you've ever thought to yourself that you want to retire somewhat early, you'll want to stay tuned and watch this video and watch to the end. So let's start off, guys, with strategy number 3, and it's dividend and dividend ETF investing. This is going to be the lowest stressed and the lowest hassle way of retiring early with cash flow. So this strategy is super simple, guys, and how it works is you go ahead and you buy dividend ETFs and dividend stocks, and then every quarter, those companies that you're invested in, they pay you a portion of the profits, and they share those with you, and you're called a shareholder. And how you can tell how much cash flow that you're gonna make each month or each year is very simple, guys. All you have to do is find the ETF or dividend stocks dividend yield, and you can just do that from a quick Google search. I'll show you the McDonald's one, for example, and you can calculate how much money is going to hit your bank account from that stock. There's a few reasons why dividend investing is very effective to help you retire early. A few of them include it's really low stress, like we talked about, and there's no hassle factor. All you have to do is stay invested and watch those dividend checks come in every single month. And the other is, it's not like real estate, right? Like real estate, you have tenants, there's more headaches, it's way more hands-on. Stocks are truly passive. And a few popular dividend ETFs include DGRO, SCHD, VYM. You've heard me talk about these before. Basically, they're just a basket of stocks that come together and give you a combined dividend yield. They're also a great way, guys, to stay diversified. If you're going to use that cash flow, that dividend cash flow to retire early, you're very diversified. And I think of those 3, SCHD offers the highest dividend yield, about 3.8% dividend yield. And guys, you can also invest in individual dividend stocks, a little bit higher risk, but also more reward. I really like Apple, Microsoft, Costco. There's a ton out there. I like some financials too, like JP Morgan, American Express. Those are going to offer a little bit lower of a dividend yield compared to a lot of other stocks, but I'm only 26. I don't plan on retiring with that dividend cash flow anytime soon, so I'm very comfortable investing in those companies, knowing that over time, they'll probably raise that dividend, and if they don't, I can cash out, take some profits, and then put it into, let's say, those dividend ETFs to pay me a higher yield. That's how the game works, guys, especially if you're young. And I'm going to keep it real with you guys. This is not the best way to retire early. It's a good way, but it's not the best way to escape the rat race. We're going to talk about that in the next 2 strategies. But the reality is, if you had $1 million in dividend stocks, right, that's going to take a lot of time to get to that point. But if you had $1 million and you're making, let's say, around a 4% yield from an SCHD, even a little bit lower, then that's only $40,000 per year. That doesn't really replace your 9 to 5 income. Now you can pair this strategy with another strategy, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Let's get into strategy number 2. So strategy number 2, guys, is rental real estate. And if you've been following this channel, which you should, so hit subscribe. If you've been following this channel, you'll know that we love rental real estate. This is a great way to supercharge your net worth and supercharge your track to retire early, escape the rat race. I believe that rental real estate can change your life. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about why I believe that rental real estate is a better strategy to retire early than dividend investing. And it comes down to this. You can use the component of leverage, right? A levered asset, you can put $100,000 down and buy a $500,000 home that's going to appreciate over time. You're going to pay it down, and you're also going to get tremendous tax benefits. And if you have a tenant in there, right, let's say you buy a duplex, you have 2 tenants. If you have tenants in there, they're going to pay down your mortgage for you. And I know that's easier said than done. There's a lot that goes into real estate, but if you manage it effectively, if you have the right systems, guys, real estate can absolutely change your life. I love real estate. It's that physical asset that hedge against inflation. I want to have both dividend stocks and real estate. right? That's the strategy. That's dividends indoors in a nutshell. But let's talk a little bit more about why real estate is so great. And another reason why I love real estate is because you have the opportunity to buy a property and house hack, right? Let's say you buy a duplex, triplex, fourplex. You can live in one of those units, guys, and you can rent out all of the others. This generates so much cash flow that it can sometimes even pay down your entire mortgage, if not significantly reduce your mortgage payment. And then you can use that extra money to go invest in more real estate, invest in dividend stocks, whatever you want to do. You can create freedom from a house hack. And that's my exact strategy. I'm moving back to the States, currently living in Germany, but I'm moving back to the States, New York, and I plan on buying a duplex, living in one side and renting out the other. It can be so powerful. Now, there are a few downsides that you need to know about real estate, and Papa Dave Ramsey says this all the time. Papa Dave, he says this all the time. Real estate is not truly passive, and that's absolutely correct, right? Dividend stocks, they sit in your brokerage account, they give you cash flow every quarter, but they're passive. Real estate is way more hands-on, and even if you have a property manager, like I have a property manager on my Florida rental, but sometimes you have to manage the property manager because they don't care about your asset as much as you do, right? But that's exactly why you need to have good systems in place to find good tenants. You buy a house in a good neighborhood. You need to know how much you need to set aside for vacancy and repairs. But if you do all of these things right and you have a great system, then rental real estate can be a great way to win with money. But here's the number one strategy, and it's gonna be no surprise to you all, but let's get into it. And the number one strategy to help you quit your 9 to 5 faster and do what you want with your time is gonna be the hybrid mix of real estate and dividend stocks. If you can combine these two, guys, it can be so powerful to supercharge your net worth. You can be diversified. You can have that rental cash flow coming in every month. You can also have those dividend stocks and dividend ETFs giving you cash flow. That is so exciting. And this is exactly my strategy. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm not going to give you the fluff. Using these 3 strategies can help you retire early, but using a mix of both is the ultimate play. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed for more. We love talking about real estate. We love talking about dividend stocks. This is the channel for you. I want to build this community from the ground up. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm out.